It's time now for the Beer Channel News Report on this Tuesday afternoon, April 5th, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. I got 12 noon news headlines on this Tuesday afternoon, and our top story at 12 noon is as Wisconsin votes, both frontrunners are playing defense. Reykjavik Iceland. The fate of Iceland's Prime Minister Sigmundur David Gunnlaugsson and his government hung in the balance on Tuesday as senior political figures of the Nordic nation held emergency talks amid fallout from the Panama Papers leaks. Donald Trump's plan to force Mexico to pay a broader border wall by blocking money transfers to the country would be a mistake and a total reversal of policy, experts say. The story of Villanova's national championship run is going to be passed down for decades, and there are so many ways to tell it. Johannesburg. South African Parliament on Tuesday debated an opposition motion to remove President Jacob Zuma because of the country's top court ruled that he had violated the Constitution in a spending scandal. The backlash against the North Carolina law that bars local governments from extending civil rights protection against transgender people continued Tuesday when PayPal sent independent plans expanded its shoulder in response. Beijing reports that relatives of several current and former Chinese leaders have set up offshore companies that are demand a law form that have cast a spotlight on Beijing's efforts to boost financial disclosure and curb corruption among its communist parties. Thousands of people are being held in migrant detention camps with the prospect of deportation to Turkey have applied for asylum. Greek authorities said Tuesday, which could slow the rate of returns under a European Union-Turkey deal. Every couple of months, there is a story about North Korea launching some new missile or testing a nuclear bomb. Just on Tuesday, a South Korean official reportedly said that the North is now able to mount a nuclear warhead in the missile. Jabhat al-Nusra went to war with a popular Free Syrian Army faction in Idlib, but his big mistake is tensions between Syria and the Qaeda affiliate Jabhat al-Nusra and the mainstream opposition in Syria's rebel north are an all-time high. Jamali, Somalia. 6 commanders of al-Shabaab that a Somali insurgent group linked to al-Qaeda were killed by African Union troops and Somali soldiers. Aleppo. A jet reportedly being belonging to the Syrian army was shot down during an ongoing clash with Islamic rebel fighters in Syria. Beijing. China has implemented new sanctions on North Korea that could hit Pyongyang and battle trade and coal exports. Power in Afghanistan has suicide bombing near a school just north of Afghanistan's capital left 6 people dead and 22 others injured. So, Supreme Court United, Justice Court with political spectacle. Utah girl, 9 raped by a 4-minute niece while mom was spoken met, according to the police. Detroit federal prosecutors are accusing the Detroit man of producing and distributing child pornography and running a sex trafficking operation involving 4 women, including 1 victim, and 40 said they found chained inside a home. Buffalo, New York. Common Core testing is underway in schools across New York as testing supporters and employers push to change parents' minds about their exams. Washington, the USDA has cracked down on animal attractions use of baby tigers, lions, and other big cats as a face-to-face entertainment. Washington, Donald Trump's plan to force Mexico to pay for a border wall would be begun by threatening to block money transfers from the United States. The Plain, Illinois, a 45-ton, 187-foot steel beam fell and killed a construction worker Tuesday at suburban Chicago Bridge job site. Washington, the U.S. Department of Justice is investigating Panama paper leaks to this evening revealed evidence that corruption could be prosecuted. Boston, lawyers for the Attleboro Board of Assessors and LaSalle Tran presented an argument to a 7-judge state Supreme Court judicial panel Tuesday morning over whether assessors acted properly when the tax part of the National Shrine. The justice heard arguments and asked questions for just short of an hour during the proceeding in which Attorney Ian Pilson represented LaSalle and Mike Siddell represented the city. No decision was immediately announced. The court only has 120-day schedule return decision on appeals. The case stems from an appellate tax board decision in favor of assessors in which a portion of the 200-acre shrine is obtaining taxable, resulting in a tax bill of $92,282. The shrine paid the bill to us and appealed for the abatement in which was denied. A substitute teacher at Alabama High School was listening to critical conditions Tuesday morning for a single-car accident in Vendale Avenue, and he left school Monday afternoon. Boston, Massachusetts authorities have charged 3 people with murder connected to the death of a woman whose body was found in the Cape Cod Highway West area. The arrests were announced Tuesday during the news coverage involving Cape Cod District Attorney Michael O'Keefe and U.S. Attorney Carmen Ortiz, which law enforcement announced related federal drug and gun charges against 13 people. Ortiz said the arrest had broken up one of Cape Cod's biggest drug distribution gangs. Amesbury, Massachusetts, the founder of an Amesbury charity that gives prom gifts to the 2 girls who can't afford to buy them, Says stranger's been donating interest after someone sold about 15 last week. Ford Motor said on Tuesday that it will invest $1.6 billion to build a new plant in San Luis Potosí, Mexico to build small cars, making it less automaker to expand its presence there. New York, the U.S. Treasury Department proposed new tax regulation late on Monday for a series of proposed mergers requests including Pfizer Incorporated. The net surprise of investors, Thomas Sachs was widely seen as the next CEO Disney has left the company. Frankfurt, the global economy already most prospect to the cloud further unless afforded to take strong action to boost growth ahead of IMF warned on Tuesday, saying the fund would carry this headline forecast next week. Washington, the U.S. Navy version of the F-35 landed 2 fighters successfully test fired a joint standoff weapon of 1,000-pound guided bomb for the first time. Washington, Textron Systems has been constructed to provide new technical vehicles to Iraq as the country's continued its battle with the Islamic State in Wells, Colombia. New York crude oil prices moved forward for a second straight day as the international monetary fund engaged the prospects of mediocre economy more momentum. The Hague, Netherlands, World Dutch Shell said it was sitting on the north side of the wing. Last of 3 rounds said the tough market conditions should emerge in portfolio commitments. Calgary, Alberta, pipeline committee towards Canada said it closed the case to a pipeline while examiners wanted it said maybe a small leak from a pump station in South Dakota. Washington, the U.S. Navy has awarded Bell Textron a $170 million contract to buy Pakistan with a 9AH-12Z Viper attack helicopters. Scientists may be closer to revealing an enriching my animal as they cross the Alps to attack a Gibraltar. Team said today found a trade-up lawyer soil and an Alpine passenger in a French town border that dates back to the time of Hannibal. Aztec priests removes and burns harder to sacrifice with ritual and offers to the good. So, Lopachidi from Hancock and graven on the Gil Ferrero's ancient and modern customers and all the people in the world flowed silly in 1843. The Aqua responded as Spotted Cat Bearer as U.S. way committed struck Tiver body to it like a kite. NASA has released this. New images of show the spectacular view of the Earth from the International Space Station. The images show shooting lights flushed its eye as circles the Earth. U.S. Food and Drug Administration staff members on Tuesday supported the use of intercept pharmaceutical equipment to live with drug as a monotherapy patients response to the standard of care. A frozen broccoli supplies will call 1,008 cases of product or fears of possible listerine contamination. Pregnancies, waiting game, mothers be used together, cut it away to baby's babble, and wakes and ultrasounds and kicks and contractions. And now the U.S. stock market report at 12:07 p.m. The Dow down 8.4 points to 17,656.68. S&P 500 down 50.56 points to 2,050.59. And Nasdaq down 23.92 points at 4,857.87. European market DAX down 258.72 points at 9,563.36. FTSE 73.49 points down at 6,091.23. CAC 49.94 points down at 4,250.28. Asia markets, Nikkei down 39.45 points at 15,732.82. Shanghai 20.85 points up at 30,53.38. HSI down 3,392 points at 280,177. Oil markets up 12 cents at 35.82. Brent 11 cents up at 37.80. Natural gas down 40,000 points at 1.95. Gold markets 1231.60 up $12.30. Silver up 221,000 points at 15.165 and copper 15,000 points at 2.142. And the bond, US 10-year yield 43,000 points down at 1.7357. German 10-year yield 5,000 points down at 0.10%, and Japanese 10-year yield up 13,000 to negative 0.076%. FX bond European US dollar 1.1383 down 7,000 points. US dollar Japanese yen 110.299 down 1.02, and Great Britain bond US dollar 1.4152 down 1,000 points. In the commodities. In the agriculture futures, wheat 4.74 a quarter down 50 cents. Soybean 9.10 3/4 down 2 3/4. Corn 3.56 up $1.50. Sugar 14.69 up 5 cents. Coffee 1.20 3/4 down $2.05. Cotton 58 cents down 38 cents. Rough rice 9.775 down 2,500 points. Cocoa 2.86 up 15. Live cattle 121.425 down 2 1/4. Lean out 79.5 up 775,000 points. And FT cattle 150.725 down 3.975. Peter Childers on 12:09 p.m. Time now for a sports report. Today, the Boston Red Sox will be open up the season in Cleveland against the Cleveland Indians. Game time 1:10 p.m. in Cleveland, while the Boston Bruins will be at the Garden tonight at 7 o'clock taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. Twitter won the bidding for the digital streamer at the NFL Thursday Night Games. Commissioner Roger Goodell announced Tuesday one on Twitter, of course. Augusta, Georgia, Sergio Garcia has some company in the club view of anyone enjoying for now. Justin gets lumped to the best player to never win a major category. The Cleveland Indians have a reason to fear David Price. There's a 13 career starts against the Indians. The Red Sox committee starter is 9-2 with a 2.19 ERA, and Weber Truth Lies, former NFL quarterback. And Hall of Famer Warren Moon said Monday that Denver will be the perfect situation. Kaepernick and the quarterback should keep an open mind about a fresh start. Peter Childers on 12:10 p.m. on this Tuesday afternoon, and it is time now for a Trevor report. Baby! Let's study off down in Rhode Island, where it's looking good on our ways, by ways. Rhode Island, except for 130 on the westbound side, so the Jamestown to the Jamestown Bridge, 138 to the eastbound side, so the eastbound side of Newport Bridge, 114 on both ends, a little sort on the Portsmouth stretch. Southeastern Massachusetts highways are looking good except on Route 3 and the southbound side. Also around Route 53 in Hanover. Southeast Expressway northbound side, it did so from Quincy all the way at the downtown. All the way at the Dorchester 93 southbound side, so from St. Bridge all the way at the Dorchester due to a couple of accidents on 93 and the southbound side. Just around the Morrisby Boulevard exit, and it's all the way down to Route 3A. Due to another accident on 93 northbound before the Morrisby Boulevard exit. Some of the tunnel lifts will also Callan Tunnel is looking good. Route 1 in the southbound side. Also at Route 16 in Revere. Mass back at the eastbound side, so after Route 9 in Framingham. Everett trip back to the southbound side. Also at the Manchester Airport, 93 southbound side. Stop and go from Manchester all the way at the Derry and 93 to the northbound side, so after Route 120 in Salem, New Hampshire. 95 in the northbound side. Also on Route 101 in Hampton, New Hampshire. All the highways and byways at Maine and Vermont are looking good. I-87 and on the northbound side, it's a little slow. On both ends, just around the Keysville stretch around Chula Falls. 87 on the southbound side. A little around Route 11 in Champlain, New York, just south of the Canadian border. Down in Albany. Albany area highways are looking good, except on Route 7 on the westbound side. Actually around 77 tourists are expecting delays. Down in New York City, FDR Drive on the northbound side. Also around the Williamsburg Bridge. FDR Drive on the northbound side, so from Midtown Tunnel all the way out to Upper East Side. FDR Drive on the southbound side, so from Harlem to Upper East Side. Line Expressway that's slow before the Midtown Tunnel. 270 on the westbound side, it is so from Long Expressway all the way out to the Bay Ridge. 270 to the eastbound side, so from Park Slope all the way out to the Brooklyn Bridge. Belt Parkway to the westbound side, so from Cheapside Bay all the way to Brent Bridge. Belt Parkway to the eastbound side, so from Brent Beach all the way at the Belt Parkway. 670 on the northbound side, also around the Grand Central Parkway stretch. 95 on the southbound side, so from I-87 to the George Washington Bridge. I-87 on the northbound side, so from 278 all the way out to the Bronx due to the New York Yankees opener against Houston Astros. 95 on the south Bronx River Parkway on the southbound side, also around Route 95. 95 on the northbound side, it is slow around 295 in Frogs Neck. Out in New Jersey, the Jersey Turnpike's looking good from New York all the way out to Delaware. 295, a little slow after Route 55 in Warren Township. Route Groundsway Parkway is southbound side. A little slow around the Cape May stretch, but otherwise it's looking good from Cape May all the way up to Newark, New Jersey. And New York State Freeway is looking good from New York to the Pennsylvania border. And the Pennsylvania Turnpike is looking good from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh, except for a little slow spot, the Pennsylvania Turnpike on the westbound side, just around 376 in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. And I-80, it's a little slow before Route 380 near Scranton, and I-80 is looking good from New Jersey all the way up to Cleveland. Take a look at MBTA alerts at 12:14. Thursday looking good. On the commuter rail, Worcester train 5:15, 11:55 a.m. Upbound expected to operate 15 20 minutes beyond schedule en route to Worcester to track work. Worcester train 5:18, 10:40 a.m. from Worcester to operate 10 to 20 minutes. Beyond scheduled between Grafton and substation due to track work. And Providence, train 8:16, 11:15 from Providence operating 10-15 minutes beyond schedule between South Attleboro and substation to Amtrak train traffic. And SL4 still on for express amount of delays due to traffic. Peter Challenges on 12:15 p.m. on this Tuesday afternoon, and it is time to have a weather report. And our current conditions, it's 33 degrees, partcast skies, 1 above Celsius, humidity 43%, wind speed not about 12 gusts of 24 miles an hour, ground at 3.25 inches, 2 about 13 degrees, visibility at 10 miles, and wind chill 24 degrees. Okay, current conditions around region, it's 28 at Logan and Boston, 28 in Fitchburg, 29 in Fitchburg, 28 in Bedford, it's 28 in Beverly, 29 in Gloucester, it's 25 in Worcester, 29 in Sturbridge, it is 29 in Norwood, 32 in Taunton and in Plymouth, 33 in Parson, 32 in Chatham, 33 in Nantucket and in Martha's 30 in Falmouth and New Bedford and Blockcotton, 31 in Wesley, 27 in Providence, 32 in Montauk, 33 in Islip, 33 in New York City, it's 33 in Bridgeport, 29 in Waven, it's 30 in Denbury and Meriden, 27 in Waterbury and Winslow, 31 in Hartford, 27 in Springfield, 32 in North Adam, 32 in Greenfield, Mass, 26 in Nassau, Massachusetts, 24 in North Adams and Pittsfield, Massachusetts, 27 in Albany, New York, 31 in Silver Springs, 23 in Vermont, 26 in Bennington, 25 in Vermont, 30 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 25 in Keene, Hampshire, 26 degrees in Jaffrey, Hampshire, 33 in Nashville, Hampshire, 31 in Manchester, 27 in Concord and Nashville, Concord and Low Corner, Hampshire, 28 in Portland, Maine, and 24 degrees in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and the water temperature 40 degrees. Alright, let's take a look at service map. Oh, darn it! Are you okay, Cap? Yes. Okay, let's take a look at the service map around the country. Shows warm front around eastern British Columbia, pink front from southern Saskatchewan, down for the Dakotas, warm front from the Dakotas, down through the Missouri Valley, with a station front from Missouri, down, merged with a cold front from Arkansas, stretching down to the south, stretching at the sea. Station front from Haiti, stretching at the Atlantic. A cold front from Arizona, stretching all the way down for the South Dakota, merged with a low pressure in South Dakota, and another low pressure down for western portions of Oklahoma. Further down from Colorado, down from southern Utah. Another further from North Central California, stretching the name for the Baja California. Further down the Gulf of California. Another further from eastern New Mexico, stretching in western Texas. And a warm front from northeastern Ontario, down from northwestern Quebec. Further low pressure from Saskatchewan, down from southern Alberta, down from northern Idaho, and northwestern Montana. And high pressure ridges in northwestern Oregon, Texas Gulf Coast, and Michigan. 30 degrees in Detroit, 29 in Cleveland, 20 in Pittsburgh, 36 out in Atlanta, Georgia, 36 in Washington, D.C., 21 in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and Ottawa, Ontario, 19 in Toronto, 12 in Quebec, 56 in Atlanta, 77 in Miami, Florida, 73 in Brownsville, 70 in Dallas, Texas, 51 in Kansas City, 46 in Omaha, Nebraska, 35 in Chicago, 34 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 39 in Fargo, 26 out in Duluth, Minnesota, 30 in Winnipeg, Ontario, 35 in Great Falls, Montana, 47 in Seattle, 48 in Salt Lake City, 59 in Denver, it's 55 out in Albuquerque, 67 in Phoenix, 66 in Las Vegas, it's 55 in San Francisco, 47 in Seattle, and 58 in LA. If you have any, if this is the Red Sox forecast at Cleveland, the opening day in Cleveland, first pitch 1:10 p.m., 32 degrees in Cleveland with a sunny partcast skies and winds north at 10 miles an hour. All right, let's take a look at the radar situation. It's now 33 in Cleveland. As we take a look at the radar situation around the country, and it shows some snow showers off the eastern portion of Nova Scotia, stretching on the southeastern Newfoundland and western portions of Prince Edward Island. Seeing some rain showers from northern Missouri, stretching in Iowa, down from Minnesota, stretching in the eastern Dakotas. Sleet and snow from the southeastern Minnesota, down for western Wisconsin. Snow and sleet from northern Minnesota, stretching to western Quebec. Western Ontario, stretching to southern Manitoba and Saskatchewan. And snow and sleet and rain showers around Montana, and patchy snow showers in the north central portions of Wyoming. Rain, sleet, and snow showers in northern Colorado, down for western portions of Nebraska. Rain showers. Rain showers in western and northern portions of South Dakota. Rain showers in the northwestern portion of Washington State, down for southwestern portion of British Columbia, and some snow, sleet, and rain showers in the east central portion of British Columbia. Alright, let's take a look at the satellite loop, and it shows 9 clouds from North Carolina stretching up the Atlantic seaboard. Number 9 clouds from the western Great Lakes down to the Dakotas and then the Northern Rockies. 9 clouds from western Ontario stretching all the way down to southeastern Alberta, and Atlantic clouds from northern Oregon down to Washington State up to British Columbia. Number 9 clouds from California stretching down to Arizona and down for the Baja California, Mexico. Alright. Okay, let's take a look at forecast discussion. Arctic high pressure will build into the region today, tomorrow. Anticipate dry but unseasonably cold weather for Wednesday, as well as seasonal temperatures are likely by the end of the work week, along with some wet weather. Cool temperatures return to the work week. Ocean effect clouds to the left over very light snow flares that were confined to the southeast Playwood County and over to the Cape Mountains around low level area. Working down for the north will bring this activity to the end, also allow partial sunshine to develop by mid afternoon. Otherwise, across the west of the region, both south skies are extremely cold weather. 850 temperatures. Around 14 Celsius below will hold high. Temperatures in the 30s despite the strong April set angle. Normally wind gusts of 25, 35 miles an hour across the Cape Mountains in an early afternoon gradually diminished thereafter. So expected tomorrow's highs 31 to 40 degrees. Tonight's low 15 25 and tomorrow's highs 37 to 45. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For this afternoon, sun skies about 37 degrees, north of about 9 to 13 miles an hour. For tonight, most skies about 14 degrees, north of about 6 miles coming evening. Wednesday, increased skies about 39 degrees, coming southward 5 to 8 miles in the afternoon. With that, a slight chance of rain and snow showers before 11 p.m. And rain showers likely most skies coming about 34 degrees, north of about 8 miles and 11 miles and gust size 25 miles an hour. Precipitation 6%. Little dose circulation expected. Thursday, rain high at 57 degrees, south of about 13 50 miles, gust size 26 miles an hour. Precipitation website. Thursday, rain before 11 p.m. Then a chance of showers after 3 a.m. Low at 43 degrees and precipitation 8%. Friday, parts of the most skies come about 54 about 32 degrees. Saturday, parts of the most skies come about 46 about 25 degrees. Sunday, most of the podcasts come about 42 about 28 degrees. Monday, most skies come about 50 degrees. Peters, what a phrase today. Sunny and unseasonably April cold today. Peters, we have a good afternoon and good positive to all. 3 at 5 or 6 for evening.